Hello, nice to meet you, miss.
Good morning, miss. Nice to meet you too. May I ask why I'm here when I should be with my pupils?
Would it be okay if you could answer some questions for me about being a pupil teacher?
Actually, I am no longer a pupil teacher, for I have passed my examinations.
That is excellent to hear, miss. May I ask you where and when you began to teach and why?
I began to teach in 1871 at St Michael's in Lancashire. At the time, the school I was working at only had a master and an assistant for girls' needlework in a class of over 60. There, I saw an opportunity since I did well in school and I didn't yet want to settle into the household.
Before you became a teacher, how did you train?
I worked in various church schools doing all sorts of things, and at the age of 14 I went to a teaching training centre at Bury where I worked 3 afternoons a week over the books whilst still teaching my standard 1 class, which was very tiresome.
What lessons did you teach?
I taught the 3 R's, writing, reading and arithmetic. I taught the children to read from a Bible and write using slate and slate pencil. I taught them mathematics using an abacus, and I taught them all sorts of other important information like the kings and queens before Her Majesty Queen Victoria and countries in the British Empire. In the afternoons I then taught needlework.
That is very impressive, a woman of your time carving her own future.
Oh, why thank you, but I was not a singular case. Women all across the country were carving the same path as me too, all thanks to the new pupil teacher training centres.
Your progression into teaching though, I heard it wasn't easy. May I ask why?
As this is for educational benefits. Sadly, I had whooping cough, scarlet fever and had to help my mother who suffered bad bouts of influenza. Sadly, this affected my grades, and so I failed my quarterly examinations. But thankfully, I managed to pass on resits.
Final question, how far did you progress in teaching and was it worth it?
I advanced into standard 5 and it was so worth it. My mother is immensely proud of me for being the first educated woman in our family, and I can never complain about becoming a modern, progressive, working woman.
Your story is very impressive. Thank you so much for coming here today and answering my questions.
I have enjoyed this interview, thank you, and I'm very excited to go back to my class.